Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you a really cool pink Western Electric rotary desk telephone, a 500 set. And this is Jeff's telephone from Chicago, Illinois. And this telephone is going to need to be cleaned up. It's pretty much in its original state, and it has its original 4-prong plug that was on it, and that's starting to come loose. And I'm going to talk to Jeff to see, exactly how he wants to handle this telephone, but it's going to have to be cleaned up for sure. So I don't really know much background on the telephone, other than he's got a note here, and he just wants it worked on, and if I have any questions, contact him. But I have this telephone apart, so what we're going to do, and this is the initial checkout, so we're going to kind of just check the phone over a little bit, and we're going to make sure, not that everything works right now, but we're going to make sure that our receiver capsule and everything is here. We'll check for our transmitter. And our transmitter seems to be there. These pink telephones are kind of hard to come by. You don't see them a whole lot. I mean, they're around, but they're kind of cool, and you won't see too many of them. We've got our body. The body looks original. Sometimes what they did was they pulled these into the telephone company and they refurbished them. This one looks original. We have a problem here right off the bat. This number plate is very loose. We'll go ahead and take that off because we're going to have to take it off anyway. And this is the initial checkout. We want to remove that. This rotary does have some age on it. It is a pretty early model. You can tell it doesn't have the 3-prong bracket here for the rotary, but it has the older style network in it and the older style bell. The design stayed the same, but they used different material. You'll always see the coil wrapped in a silvery foil on these older ones, and then you can tell by the feet. The feet still have this kind of an oblong-looking design to them. Most of them in later models got to be where they were round feet. And the bottom of the telephone changed a lot too. This is still of the age where they were making them, the early models. I want to kind of check this rotary here, see if it's spinning. We're going to go through that anyway. This seems a little sluggish, but that's okay, because we have to go through it anyway. That's going to have to be repaired, and the finger wheel will have to come off for all that. So that's pretty loose. But just got a pretty cool telephone here. These pink ones are highly collectible, and there's multiple colored desk phones out there, 500 sets, but if you got a collection or you just like the color pink, these are when you need one, you can't find one, but here one is, so it's pretty cool. And we're going to figure out what we want to do here on this 4-prong plug here. So we're basically just going to have to do an initial check out of this telephone, kind of go through it, see what we find, clean it up some, contact Jeff about it and see, you know, exactly what he wants to do, and we'll have to troubleshoot it and see where we're at with it. But I wanted to get a video out of this telephone. It's a unique color, and although they did make pink phones, you know, there's not as many of these as some of the other colors out there. So it's kind of cool to see these every once in a while. And I do believe after this telephone is cleaned up a little bit and gone through, I think it's going to be a great telephone. He still has his original cords, and we're going to try to get away with using these. There's no reason not to use them once they're cleaned up, and if they're any good, we'll have to check them in the troubleshooting process. And he's got his original line cord, so that's a plus. A lot of times these telephones, you know, you get the telephone, but the line cord's not there. And they don't get much heavier dutier than what we have here. So we're going to try to keep his original line cord if it's any good, and I'm sure it probably is. Probably just needs to be cleaned up. So this is the initial checkout of Jeff's telephone from Chicago, Illinois. It's just going to have to be cleaned up some. And, you know, these cords that they put on them were just very heavy duty. And you can just see how heavily that was made. So basically this stuff lasts forever. They do need a little bit of repair once in a while, but this telephone looks like it is originally pink. Some of them were repainted. I do want to check one thing in the handset, make sure that the handset is pink inside. Sometimes you can tell they painted them. And that is a pink telephone. So that's a plus, because some of these were repainted. And it's always better to have an original. And this one does not look like it's been repainted. So that is an original. An early 500 set, Western Electric, in pink. Pretty cool. So we'll do another video of this telephone as we move along in the repair, and try to get some another video out of it after the telephone's been repaired, and we go through it and see what we find. And I think it's going to be a really cool telephone after it's cleaned up and repaired. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.